Staying in the park, please put your hands together.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am, you are, we are Australian freedom fighters, and we're all over. We will stand for what's right, we will stand for our future, we will stand for our children, our finances, we will stand against tyranny, and we will stand for freedom!
Yeah!
Freedom! Give me an S! Give me an R! Give me an E! Give me an E! Give me another E! Give me a freedom! Freedom! Yeah! My name is Brady Gunn. I started standing in the park. Klaus Schwab was going to be here today, but unfortunately he's got a job on the new Austin Powers movie, so he won't be joining us. No, he's probably actually hanging out with his WEF mates, or his IMF, or his NWOs, or whatever the abbreviation is that he hangs out with. A bit sick of abbreviations. The only abbreviation that I associate with Klaus Schwab is LMAO. Oh, and GFY. Go fuck yourself, you globalist pricks! Who are these people?
Yeah!
We're Australians! You run at us, we'll go ya! Get out of our country! We stand for freedom! And I stand before you here today as nothing but a reflection. You guys deserve a massive amount of credit. A lot of us have been arrested, dragged through the press. We've lost loved ones, we've lost homes, we've lost kids, families. We've lost a lot of people, but all of you guys have stood staunch. Give yourselves a massive round of applause.
Yeah!
Because if it wasn't for you standing as true north, if it wasn't for you as being guiding lights, if it wasn't for you being beacons in this shitstorm that we are currently in the quagmire of, then who would it be? You are the future, you are the champions, and there'll be a street parade for you one day, not where we're marching for freedom, but where the people who stood by are clapping you on. You're here, you're not even on the front seats of this great awakening. You're on the field, and this is the Great Awakening, and we are watching the fall of the Berlin Wall, and you are making it happen. And I appreciate you, and I love you. All I am is a reflection for you here today. And I urge you to ask yourselves, if we are spiritual warriors right now, in a spiritual war, then what does that look like? Because a spiritual person who stepped into a bigger space with their God, we've all got different personal truths. We've all got different religions. Some people aren't religious. Some people are spiritual. Some people grew up differently than us. We've all got different spiritual paths. And all of our personal truths look different. And so when we step into that bigger space and stand outside of ourselves, outside of our pain, outside of our past, outside of our programming, and into the bigger space where we stand with our God and our intuition, then we don't broadcast in our heads. There's not too much thinking. We're living with our intuition, and that's where the answers are. The project isn't just as much about us fixing the world right now. We've got to go inside of ourselves, find what's within, stand in that, and the world will reflect that. So the project isn't necessarily us saving the world. Our purpose is not to save the world, our purpose is us. And we are being driven away from ourselves. We have been driven away from our communities, nature, God, spirituality. This was lost at a community level, and this we won at a community level. If we hadn't have been driven apart like that, then this would never have happened. And when we find ourselves and each other and stand in that bigger space, then this will reflect that. That's where the answers are. And that's the Great Awakening. And you're right in the middle of it right now. And we do have personal truths. All of us are different. The world doesn't need a whole heap of Bradys. The world doesn't need a whole heap of you either. We stand together in our differences and we celebrate those. And if we completely disagree with each other, what does it matter? As long as we're not hurting anybody, and as long as we're standing for freedom. And so if you completely disagree with me and I completely disagree with you, and we're standing together and fighting for freedom, then we are brothers and sisters, and that's all that matters. And that's all we're fighting for, the ability to say and do whoever we want to be. And it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And as I look out over this crowd right now, I'm looking at the most diverse range of people you could ever imagine. You could not cast a net over the socio-economic, colour, shape, race, size, whatever. It's the most beautiful thing in the world, and we stand together. We stand in love, we stand for freedom!
Yeah!
So I thank you once again for being here today. And I've got a joke for you. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because they're not allowed in the backyard anymore. No more backyard chickens. They're all homeless. There's going to be vandalism in the parks, all these homeless chickens. Hey, knock, knock! Trust the science. Trust the WHO science. Just trust it. They've got professionals. They know what they're talking about. They're experts. Don't ruffle any of the chickens' feathers that are homeless right now, please. We don't buy into this. Everybody's waking up. You guys are at the forefront. And you guys are making it happen. Without you guys here today, what would be happening? Without Mac putting this on, without people standing in parks, we would be nothing. You guys are the guiding light. You guys are standing true north. Don't move. I know you're looking at this, some of you having lost everything, staring this in the face, tears streaming down it, and it might get worse. It's not as bad as you think, but it might get worse. But you're still standing staunch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, before I just call my next guest up, I've just seen a sign. Can you just hold that sign up for me, please? 35 years as a registered nurse, and she just wants her job back. All the nurses. That is a disgrace. Thank you for being here. Now, 2.5 years ago, a certain politician was part of a Liberal Party